Thank you, Mr. President. Members of the Senate, a few days back ago, I shared that the primary reason that I was opposed to SB 79, the Destination Resort Act, was that this legislation is a reversal on the gains we've made in the war on sex trafficking and human trafficking in the state of Georgia. This legislation is disingenuous to the taxpayers of Georgia in a variety of ways, and I will seek to lay out my argument over the next few weeks. Many of you have expressed to me that you have not considered my argument against this legislation until I posed it earlier this week, and you desire more information as I continue to fight this assault on the women and children of our state. As a legislator and servant of the people, I believe that ethical transparency is imperative. I completely understand the strategy and frankly enjoy that part of my job down here is to strategize as well. But I don't believe we should ever omit, mislead, or distort the facts of legislation to somehow gain support for any bill. If the facts harm your cause, then maybe the truth should prevail. In a recently conducted independent and comprehensive study, 6 key takeaways were stated. So today I'll focus on one of them. Casino gambling could generate additional resources for the state revenue of our state, but with drawbacks. The argument that somehow we're losing revenue to other states continues to seem weak. This independent study states that, with very few exceptions, casinos draw a majority of their revenue from residents of the closed-in local market. The fact is, most North American casinos draw most of their income from visitation within a reasonable distance. Now, don't be confused with the rhetoric about tourists traveling to Georgia to gamble. The term tourist is loosely used since many of the casinos in North America are located on the border of a state and people just cross the line to gamble. Aha, says the proponents of this casinos. You see, we can capture out-of-state dollars for our state. That may be true, but except these same people buy lottery tickets in our state, and the dollars they spend on lotto tickets will now go to the casinos. The fact is that a casino in Georgia, mark my words, will affect and damage the current lottery that funds the Hope, and will further hurt the opportunity for children to attend college and avoid the unfortunate trap they currently find themselves in. Let's allow these children to have a better future than they've had currently with their parents. Destination gamers, defined as high-limit players by the casino industry, are likely to provide less than 15% of the overall revenue. Again, make no mistake, the revenue projections provided to justify a casino are based upon sucking the hard-earned dollars out of an already fragile family unit, which includes single parents and minority families. Thank you, Mr. President and members of the Senate, as I share just another fact of how I'm convinced we should not change course as we protect the women and children in our state by allowing a destination resort to be built in Atlanta. Financial strain will cause an increase in prostitution and sex trafficking in Atlanta if this casino is built. Please join me as we fight for the women and children in our state. Thank you, Mr. President. I yield well.
Chair recognizes the senator from the 30th.